I've just been speaking with Sir David and he taught me how to cuckoo.
1.
Sir David Attenborough, welcome to the Radio 1 Breakfast Show. So nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
We have an enormous fan of yours called Harry, who is absolutely dying to talk to you. Because Harry and the rest of his class are actually studying you.
Yeah, me. That's painful.
And Harry should be able to speak to us right about now. Harry, good morning.
Hi, Sir David.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
So we are basically studying your life and the different events in your life.
Oh, yeah.
So like from when you were born up to when you were...
I remember that bit. I don't remember that bit.
Well, maybe we could get Harry to fill in the early years of Sir David. So what were some of your favourite bits that you learnt, Harry, along the timeline of Sir David's career?
A lot of my favourite bits were like the different jobs that he had throughout his life.
Well, I didn't have all that number. I mean, a lot of other people have much more varied lives than me. I had to go into the Navy because at the end of the war, when we were all conscripted. But after I left the Navy, I did a short time in a publishing house, which I thought was very boring. And when I saw an advertisement in the paper to join BBC, Sound Radio as it was, I applied. I didn't get that job. And then they said, the BBC, said, well, we've got this new thing, which is only just starting. It's called television, in which people can actually see you when you talk.
And now you've just started on the new television, which is Instagram, and you've joined Instagram, which was a big thing of 2020, wasn't it?
I'm afraid I'm so old I can't get used to all these new media. And I don't live on social media in that sort of way, but I was persuaded to do so in order to do a message about conservation.
Yeah.
So for a limited period of time, I did contributed to Instagram, but I'm off now. I'm not on it anymore, and I don't intend to go back. I've got enough problems with post. I get 70 letters a day.
And you respond to them all?
I do. I do. I do my very best. Sometimes people, mercifully, they don't actually put their address on because people are so unaccustomed to sending letters. They don't bother anymore.
One question I would like to ask you is, what was your most scariest encounter with an animal?
Ooh, good one.
The first time I was charged by an elephant, I was really quite frightened. I mean, it's a very big animal, you know. And it comes running at you as fast as a motor car with its ears flapping and its trunk up and trumpeting, see? The thunder of the hoof, very alarming. But, of course, people who are an expert in these things know perfectly well that elephants make dummy charges. And that was a dummy charge. And that was just saying, don't get any nearer. And I didn't get any nearer. Mm-hmm. But that was the time I've been most frightened. I remember actually when I sat next door to gorillas for the first time, wild gorillas out in the wild, and they were marvelous gorillas because they had been accustomed by a wonderful American naturalist who was working alongside them. They were accustomed to human beings. So when I turned up, they'd only seen her and one other European. They'd seen African guides as well. But they simply took me for granted, and they came in and sat down beside me. It was extraordinary. That's one of the most vivid things I shall remember from all my life.
Harry, do you have any pets?
Yeah, I've got a pet lizard.
Do you? You have a lizard?
What kind of lizard is it?
It's a bearded dragon.
Is it really? What, from Australia?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And is it? Do you think it's tame? Does it know you?
Yeah, it likes to play tricks a lot of the time. Like whenever I get it out of the tank and my sister's talking to me, it'll try run. It'll try to run away.
Because of your sister or because of you?
I'm not really sure.
Harry, what's your lizard called?
It's called Elmo.
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 Great. Yeah. That's a great name for a lizard. Harry, you had a question about the climate crisis, didn't you?
What can I do in my community to help and try to stop climate change?
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's a global problem which needs global solutions. But there are lots of things that we can do to live and make not too many demands on the climate. And I think one of the best mottos you can have is don't waste things. Don't waste food. Don't waste electricity. Don't waste gas. All those things make demands on the planet. And if we all lived more economically, the world would be a much better place.
What country were you most excited about visiting when you were travelling the world looking at animals?
I think New Guinea. It doesn't have many mammals on it, so it's not lots of elephants and lions or anything like that. But it has birds of paradise, and it has very thick jungle. And parts of it are still unexplored, even now. But the great wonders of the birds of paradise, and seeing birds of paradise dance is a marvellous sight. And it's more marvellous, actually, because it's a lot. You have to go to a lot of trouble to see it for most of the time. If you want to go, there are lots of different species of birds of paradise. If you choose one that's quite difficult to get, you may have to walk for a fortnight before you can get there, before you can see it. So that makes it wonderful when you do see it, and make it rather miserable if you don't. But
So, David, before we let Harry go back to school, because he's got to get back to his classes, I guess, when you were on the show last time, you taught me how to howl like a wolf. Is there maybe a sound of an animal that Harry could learn to do that he could show off to his classmates?
I don't know. Can you do? What about a cuckoo?
I still do a cuckoo. Yeah, you could do it. Harry, how's your cuckoo, Harry?
It's not great.
Come on, let's give it a go.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
So, David, how should it be done?
That's not bad.
So, Harry, we're going to make you cuckoo off now into your lessons, and you can walk in and say, I've just been speaking with Sir David, and he taught me how to cuckoo.
BBC Radio 1.
If you enjoyed this, then please like and subscribe it, and click the bell icon to keep up to date. For more great audio and video from the BBC, you can listen on the BBC Sounds app and watch on iPlayer.